quick question for you that I do understand that our budgeting has changed. We're moving from activity-based to program-based, and I kept asking myself, what is that and how significant is that?
Of course, championed by the Minister of Finance, Seth Tekpe. This time we're shifting onto a new platform. In the past, we were engaging in activity-based budgets where critically government would allocate funds for specific activities. Now, in these activities, if you were planning to probably hold a conference as part of what you were doing, you needed that approval from the Ministry of Finance. But this time they are saying that they are not looking at some of these activities. They are just primarily focusing on the program and how it is going to help the people who are supposed to benefit from it. So this afternoon, we might get the opportunity to listen to the ministry and then also give you some agribusiness details. It's all business this afternoon on Midday Live. All right, let's do our very first story, and here we're talking agribusiness before even we shift focus to do other things. As the General Agricultural Workers Union, that's GAO, says, it is disappointed about the current investment regime in the country. The union has described the regime as a failure as it has continuously increased financial investment into the agricultural sector by decreasing the allocation for the agricultural sector.
Like an investment regime that can, direct investments into the productive sectors, for example. We don't, in using as a result of various instruments. And we need, as a country, to be clear that production, both agriculture and industry, are going down. They are declining. We need, as a country, to have an investment regime that builds into it the mechanisms for directing investments into production, especially agriculture, manufacturing. We also need investments to be directed into particular geographical areas in order to reduce, regional inequalities. We do not see these things in the investment regime that is coming up. In fact, what we have coming up is a situation which makes the Ghana environment more attractive to foreign investors, in particular, precisely because there are a lot more controls, removed.
Later tonight on News 360, we'll stay on this particular topic and we'll get more details on their disappointment. But let's look at our roads in some rural communities and how it's hampering business operations in those particular areas, as roads in Jasikan district are in a deplorable state. Well, the chief of Okeja Krum and Trefo Hene of the Buim Osa Berema Entry J says failure to improve roads captured and that the cocoa initiative in the area is greatly affecting growth and development in the community.
Jasikan district lies north of Hohoi on the eastern corridor and noted for its rich arable lands. The inhabitants are predominantly farmers with cocoa as the major cash crop. This had prompted roads in the area to be captured under the Cocoa Road Project. Several years after the introduction of the National Cocoa Road Project, roads linking the communities, including the Hohoi-Jasikan Road, are still very much in a deplorable state. The farmers are further overwhelmed, carting farm produce on a rainy day. They told us the resultant effect of the bad roads is poor harvest. The chief of Okeja Krum and Twafohini of Buim, Osaberima Entry Ejay, is worried.
The very poor state of our road network, the Hohoi-Jasikan stretch and eastern part of Buim, Baika, Titema, Bodada, Jasikan are in such a deplorable state, causing a lot of hardship to our people. The eastern and western parts of Buim are virtually cut off from each other. This is obviously an impediment to development, and we pray that something speedy is done to reshape these routes to bring relief to traveling public to the Buim traditional area.
Chairman for Coalition for Peace and Development in Buem, Isaka Burema, called for urgent action.
I would like to appeal to the President of the Republic of Ghana to consider the developmental issues of the area that has for several decades been the food basket of the region and contributing significantly to the food requirements of Ghana.
Let's go back to our headline business story as the government, through the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning, will change the focus of the 2014 budget statement from an activity-based budget to a program-based budget. Now, what this basically will mean is that the funds will be allocated to respective ministries to allow them carry out their activities within their own ministries. Well, we had the opportunity a short while ago to speak to Ms. Eva Mains, head of Budget Reforms Unit at the Ministry of Finance.
We realized that we were losing credibility, we were losing performance, we were losing more effective service delivery because the Ministry of Finance itself was focusing on inputs and activities rather than result and performance. So we decided to move away from activity-based budgeting to program-based budgeting. What is program-based budgeting? It is ensuring that all related activities are put together as one program, and resources are allocated to the delivery of that program. So budget is no longer going to be focused on activities, but on the services that that program is seeking to deliver, and the improvement in those services that the ministry is delivering. And so we are shifting emphasis from activities to service delivery and results. So for the first time, we are introducing performance management information in the budget. Hitherto, if you go through our budget statement, you will find that MDAs will report on the activities that they have undertaken, that they've had workshops, that they have traveled, that they have training, that they have bought vehicles, that they have expanded hospital facilities. We are no longer saying expand facilities. We want to know how many people will benefit from the facilities you are expanding. If it's
all right, so that's about it. If you want to enjoy more of this, do join us later tonight on News 360. My name is Kweku Timin. That's a bit of the business for today, but we still have more to come. At 4:30, we'll join with you with news on the forex market and also dovetail ourselves into the commodity market and find out how trading is like. Well, until then, just enjoy the rest of your afternoon.